and that things are okay there. Secondly, I would like to amend the order paper, taking into account recent events. I'll amend the order paper to allow the Minister of Education to present a statement on student unrest at Makerere University. I will also allow the Honorable Paul Muiru, MP Jinja Municipality East, to present a petition on the implementation of the recently approved tuition policy by the University Council. Third, I would allow Honorable Nambeshe, MP Mangia, to present a petition on the issues at Makerere. Now, Honour members, yesterday we were celebrating the 134th anniversary of the martyrdom of Bishop Hannington, and we were shocked to find that it was actually not a public holiday. Yet 1 year ago, the President had declared 29th October a public holiday in honor of Bishop Hannington. I also came to the House and reported that and followed with a letter to the Minister of Public Service. So we shall, and why yesterday remained a working day. The Archbishop of the Church of Uganda really wants an answer from you, Honourable Minister of Public Service. Secondly, Honour members, I went to Serbia for the IPU meeting, and then after that we had an official visit with my counterpart, the Speaker, who came here in February. There are very, very good prospects for collaboration, and what they're waiting for now that I've gone and she has been here, they would like the President of Uganda and the President of Serbia to exchange visits, and I hope that the government can encourage the President to do so, because the Serbia is the successor state to Yugoslavia, which was the home of the non-aligned movement. So it's really a very important country, and there are many things we can do together. But of immediate concern, we were informed that they have been giving scholarships to Uganda through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And because they were not taken up, they have brought them from 10 per year to 2. And they said if we don't take these 2, they are going to give up on us. So I want to know, there are so many young people in this country who need scholarships. And we are told that other than buying a ticket, everything else is free. Accommodation, per diem, tuition, you just get the ticket. And they said any course, the University of Belgrade. So I want answers from the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Education, because this matter is between the two of you. We're also informed that India has also been giving us scholarships which you don't take up. I don't know why. So we need real an explanation. Also want to know what's the composition of what's the composition of the Central Scholarships Board? Is it there? Does it work? When does it work? Why don't we see what they do? Central Scholarship Board, Minister of Education, we need answers on that one. The third one is to do with the impunity and grabbing of government facilities in this country. During the recess, honourable members, we read about the grabbing of Njeru Stock Farm. Honourable members, anyone who has used that road over many years knows that that's the government farm. But they have broken it down. They have taken it. How does stock farm of the government become private property? And I have received a complaint from Nagrik on that issue. And they said there's a man called Muhangi. I don't know whether that's the Muhangi who went and broke down the government building in Jinja on Alidina Visam Street. And unfortunately, each time those things happen, the name of Honorable Tafire is mentioned. So I think we shall want to know the relationship between Muhangi and Honorable Tafire. And who is this Muhangi who cannot be touched? He broke a building, threw away 40 families in Jinja. Now he has taken over a government stock farm, and everybody is quiet. It's a serious issue. So I direct the Minister of Internal Affairs to examine the issue and update us next week on this issue. Who is Muhangi? How did he get government land? How could he destroy government property? And life goes on. So I want an answer next week. Honourable members, there is an ongoing strike by students at Makerere that paralyzed classes for over a week. Unfortunately, there have also been indiscriminate and uncalled for attacks on students at night in their halls of residence. In 1977, we were there as students and were beaten. That was Amin's time. But they have gone. They have occupied Bakeri for 1 week, beating children, and some girls may have been raped. People are still in hospital. It's a serious issue. So I hope that when the minister comes to speak, you'll explain to us what has been happening to these young people. And on behalf of the residents of Uruka, of Uyende, of Kamuli, especially those who use the Mburamuti ferry to reach their destinations, the bridge has collapsed, the road is not passable. We can't use it. We can't use that road anymore. So I want the Minister of Works to help us and quickly address the claimed so many lives. Buses cannot travel, use that road. Lorries cannot. Passengers' car cannot. Those who are walking are falling into the water. It's a very serious issue on our members. So I want the Minister of Works to assist us first to deal with the urgent matters, but also to tell us what are her plans for that old Jinja Kamuli Road. Thank you very much. Now, on our members, we have in the public gallery a number of children. It's a good day for them. Entebbe Parent Secondary School, where are they? Entebbe, are they here? Please stand up. There's someone on this side. You're welcome. I'm sure they're very smart. Welcome to Parliament. The MP is the Honorable Tumusime. I don't know whether she's here, and the Honorable Seninde. Welcome. Another set of students is Victory Junior Primary School, represented. Where are they? They are here on this side, looking very, very smart in their sweaters. Presented by Honorable Apollo Ofono, Honorable Sarah Opendi. You're welcome. We have another group on this side, but I don't yet have their identity. Oh, no, there's another one. We have a delegation of students from Makerere University, presented by Honorable Nsereko and Muhammad Nsereko and Honorable Nagai. I don't know where they are. The university students, where are they? Okay. Then there's those young people. Promise Christian Junior School. They are there, looking very, very smart indeed. Represented by Honorable Peter Sematimba and Honorable Rosemary Seninde. You are welcome, children and your teachers. On our members, we also have some difficult situations. General Bildad Adome lost his wife. We want to give him our condolences. The Honorable Annette Nyakecho also lost her brother on Sunday. So we want to ask them to stand up for a minute of silence in their honor.
May their souls rest in eternal peace.
On the members, there were a number of matters of national concern. I've addressed one of Mrs. Adome. Yes, the Honorable Abotouma. 2 minutes.
Thank you very much, the Right Honorable Speaker. Madam Speaker.
Maybe hold a bit.
This is, thank you very much. It's a reaction to your communication from the chair. You did mention the Njeru farm and the involvement either of the person or of the name of General Tafire. And General Tafire is a member of this House, Madam Speaker. I thought instead of leaving us in the suspense, Madam Speaker, you would allow General Tafire to tell us why either himself or his name is involved in grabbing of public land.
Yes, Honorable Tafire.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, as you speak, I have instructed my lawyers to take government Nagrik to court to throw them off.
So, Honorable Nandala.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I am very sure that Honorable Kaindo Tafire is not born from Uganda. He is born from somewhere. I don't know very well. And Njeru Stock Farm has been around before he even became a minister in Uganda. Madam Speaker, there was a reason why government put up that Njeru Stock Farm. Now, Otafire, Honorable Otafire, the Minister of Justice, goes to court that he was given permission to throw people off his land. You're throwing what? He went to throw government off his land. And the government is throwing off, he's a minister. Madam Speaker, is this impunity of the highest order with arrogance that a whole minister who is supposed to protect government property goes to court and comes and grabs public land using his office? First of all, that's abuse of office. And this is quite dangerous. So, Madam Speaker, wouldn't it be procedurally right that quickly...
Thank you, colleague, for giving me the way to give you information. The information I want to give you is the minister is the minister in charge of court, so he instructed court to give him land.
So, Madam, he controls the Justice Ministry. He's the minister in charge of courts, so he goes to courts where he controls and ask for authority to go and throw government, which he serves.
Thank you so much, colleague, for giving way. The information I wanted to give you is that the very minister used the Ministry of Lands when he was the Minister of Lands to get this very land. Now, whichever ministry he gets, he uses it. Now he wants to use this one, formalize the one he got when he was the Minister of Lands.
May you try to repeat this outside this house? Yes, yes. Repeat it outside. What you said, repeat it outside this house. Yeah. Here, Madam Speaker, I don't envy the concern as regards public property. But Madam Speaker, I've told you I am in court. The matter is sub judice.
No, Honor Minister, I think what we want, as far as we know, those who come from the east know that that's a government farm. It has been that all along. So come and tell us how you acquired government land. You let the papers here. That's what we want.
Madam Speaker, I would like to refer you to the report of the IGG, who investigated that matter. The report of Lady Justice Wamgemerere, who investigated that matter. Since the matter is before court, I'm not at liberty to discuss it. Let's get...
No,
Madam Speaker...
We don't want to discuss it. We want you to lay the papers here. That's what we want you to do.
I'll do that, Madam Speaker.
Yes,
I was caught off.
bring the papers tomorrow. We are not discussing. We want you to lay and tell us how we acquired a stock farm.
Much obliged.
Madam Speaker, thank you very much. Madam, just to conclude.
Guidance, Madam Speaker.
Madam Speaker, just one minute.
Guidance.
Honorable Anifa, please conclude.
Madam Speaker, on the issue how my brother, Honorable Tafire, I know him very well. We are good friends, but he's a very wrong friend when it comes to public property. When he was in the Ministry of Lands, he went to Chambogo. There was land which was called for African businessmen there, which was under Ministry of Trade and whatever. He went and used a certain name and got that if you are going to Chambogo University, the land is on this lower side. Samu Chikonyogo, which I know the names. He used his office very well and got that public what? Land. So the issue to Honorable Tafire uses his offices very well. It is a true story. Even me, I will repeat it out and I see what you will do to me. You have used these offices to grab public property and I'm going to repeat it outside there. And I will see what you will do. Even if you want us to, even blows, what Tafire we can get out and we're going to try now. You come. You.
Guidance.
Madam Speaker, and I have no urge to beat Mama Favi.
And Honourable Minister, tomorrow we expect you to bring and lay before this House the process how we acquired the government stock farm at Njeru, which is in Busoga. Yes.
Thank you so much, Madam Right Honorable Speaker.
Order members.
Right Honorable Speaker, the matter before this House is very, very vital as far as government farmland is concerned. Though we are discussing the person of the Minister Honorable Otafire, the guidance I'm seeking is that wouldn't it be prudent enough if this House looked into other government stock farms like Nshara that have been taken over by other people other than coming on one farm when there are other farms that other important people have taken and grabbed. If we can lay all the information and investigate it.
Honourable members, I brought this because I received 2 petitions on this issue about the Njeru stock farm. But if you have other information, bring a motion, we debate it and deal with the thieves. Honourable Botouma, 2 minutes.
Thank you very much, the Right Honourable Speaker. Madam Speaker, I represent Bukoli Islands.
Order members.
And one of the issues that has been disturbing us for the government to give us a ferry. And I recall one time you even wrote to His Excellency asking him to fulfill that pledge. I thank the government of Uganda that 3 months ago the ferry was constructed and the construction was complete in Jinja Masese. Well written, and it is the most beautiful one. My question, Madam Speaker, since then, 3 months down the road, the ferry is still in Masese, Jinja. The people of Bukoli Islands still die in the water. It is my plea, Madam Speaker, that the government, the Minister of Works and Transport, comes and address this House why the ferry that was constructed and complete is still lying in Masese without being used by people of Bukoli Islands. Thank you very much.
Honourable members, the issue of access and transport on the islands is very dire. We were excited when we heard that government is providing a ferry for Siguru. So if it's just parked in Masese, it's not serving the purpose. Can we ask the Minister for Works to come and give us an update on Tuesday next week so that we know why the islanders do not have their ferry? Honourable Anyakun, 2 minutes.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, I have an issue of national importance from Nakapulpuri District. Right Honourable Speaker, the road from Muyembe to Nakapulpuri District is totally cut off. business is no longer working. People have been stuck there for the past 2 days. The business people, their merchandise, and whatever was supposed to be going to Karamoja region is totally spoiled and rotten. I personally sent some consignment which I was sending to my district for the primary 7 pupils. But I remember I went with a chairperson for Karamoja KPG to the Minister of Finance and also talked to the Minister of Works. They promised that Muyembe na Kapilipili Road was going to be the groundbreaking was going to be on the day of Independence Day. But unfortunately, the day of Independence Day, I got to know that the groundbreaking was not done, just because the Minister of State for Presidency told me that the President does not do parallel activities on the same day of a national function. My prayer is, Right Honorable Speaker, if the Minister of Finance and Works can give this August House a report on why this road has not taken off, Karamoja sub-region to access the Muyembe na Kapilipili Road and also save the people who are there. We also expect to get a response on why the groundbreaking did not take place on anticipated date. If it was not because the President it is not supposed to have on the same event, on the same day of Independence Day.
Minister of Works should come and update this House on the issue of Muyembe na Kapilipili Road and tell us the plan she has to salvage the situation, which is dire at the moment, on Tuesday next week. Honorable Majegere, 2 minutes. Yes, Muyembe, Minister of Finance. In general. Okay.
Madam Speaker and colleagues, we've just completed a meeting in which we have tasked Uganda Road UNRA to give a comprehensive report on the status of roads as a result of the heavy rain that we are experiencing. We shall talk about the Jinja Express Highway when time comes, so that we can begin to plan on how to raise the funds. The situation, colleagues, is very dire. If you go to parts of Teso, if you go to some parts of Bunyoro, if you go some parts of Masaka, we are reaching a point where communities are almost being cut off. So I just said those are just examples. So all I want to tell this House that the matter we are addressing it seriously. We had a meeting with the Minister for Works, and next week we shall come here and tell you exactly where the problem is and how to sort it out. Thank you.
Expect an update next week, Tuesday, Wednesday? Wednesday?
Clarification.
Wednesday. Yes, Minister.
The UNRA has been instructed to work with, because they actually have got some of the data already, using their regional office, and where and what are the steps that the government...
Clarification, Madam Speaker.
So Wednesday next week, we expect a report from the government on the roads in Uganda. Honorable Adong, Lily, 2 minutes. Oh, wider, sorry, it was wider.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, on the night of Independence Day, I'm in uniform, and I'd just passed there and came back after 15 minutes. I got people with a torch, they raised the torch. I stopped, and immediately one of them came in front of me, pointing a gun at me. What a gun! I told him to come out and shoot. Madam Speaker,
Order.
When the security man came out, he cocked the gun. These army men started running. Even one of the gun started running, and they took off. I went to the nearest police station. We called the DPC, who sent a patrol vehicle. We went back to the scene.
And because it had rained, the policemen managed to trace, and we got one of the army men. We first arrested that one, and we got information that that army man was seen with another person that evening. We went for that other person also, and we arrested the second person. The following day, Madam Speaker, we gathered with the local people and the police. We managed to trace using the footprints.
Please, what are your prayers? What are your prayers? Go to the prayers.
My prayers, Madam Speaker, is one, that the Security Ministry should take over this case, because now the police is kind of handicapped. They have just sentenced the person I saw with the gun 1 year because we failed to trace the gun. The second one has been taken to UPDF. And the third one, they have released him on bond. And yet these are the people I saw. So it means that the police has not managed to corroborate and analyze the intelligence information very well. So I request that the Ministry of Security takes over. Secondly, Madam Speaker, the second prayer.
Want to take over the investigation and the trial? I don't know. I'm a bit lost. How can we, I'm not sure. Otherwise, what do you want the Ministry of Security to do?
To investigate further so that they can corroborate, because me I saw them, but the police has failed to gather all that intelligence information. So I would request, Madam Speaker, that the Security Ministry or the CMI takes over so that they can internalize and we get to know whether it was a general robbery or it's political, so that we get to know that. To tell us when they are giving the district of Mayuge sniffer dogs. Because, Madam Speaker, if we had sniffer dogs, we would have recovered even the gun. But we managed to recover some few items just because.
Okay, Honour Members, the Minister for Security, Majegere, and come and advise us on the way forward. Second, the Minister for Internal Affairs to come to this House and inform us when he's going to acquire sniffer dogs for Mayuge District. Answers next week on Thursday.
Madam Speaker, the last one.
No.
The last prayer. Madam Speaker, it is very important. The Minister of Internal Affairs, vehicles, they ran out of fuel. Madam Speaker, what happened on that scene? The police wanted to leave the patrol that they use my car when we are chasing these murderers.